Gender roles have changed dramatically over the last few decades. Careers and options that were once considered exclusive to men or women can be done by anyone. So in this week's Battle of the Sexes, we're asking, who makes the better boss these days, men or women? And we're joined by Meek Brown with Lavish Consulting, as well as comedian Timmy Tim. Thanks so much for being here, guys.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm nervous. This is a dangerous topic, isn't it?
Extremely.
It is.
Extremely. And yeah, to all the female bosses out there that may hire me in the future, this is just television. Don't trip.
Obviously, I have to say it depends on the person, not the sex, honestly. But I want to hear what you guys think. So, Meek, we'll start with you, Meek.
It depends on the role each person has. And I do think, though, that women who are in management positions seem to be more democratic. They lead in a more democratic way because they tend to allow their employees in decision-making processes, and they tend to want to build on interpersonal relationship type of skills. When a lot of men, you know, it's just like, get in here, get your work done, let's go home. I'm not saying some women aren't that way, but they just seem to be more easy because, and also they're more, they give women more leeway as far as family lifestyle.
That's the only thing, and this could be man or woman, though.
I agree.
The one thing I really agree with that is I think not the difference is so much in the gender, but I like when a boss has a family because they can empathize with you and understand that it isn't all roses. When you get home, you're still
as long
working.
as you don't abuse it, right?
Yeah,
exactly.
As long as you don't abuse it,
Exactly.
absolutely. But it's nice to know someone's walked in your shoes and can understand what's going on. But okay, I see you nodding your head. What do you want to
Well,
do?
now for a moment of reality.
Okay.
The situation is, I think women are better bosses when they're over a bunch of men.
Why do you say that?
Because women are too catty to work together. Let's say that. I think that there's a lot of attitude when women are over women, but when they're over men, they tend to be good bosses.
Okay.
You know, and I think men are better over women. Now, this is going to get me shot in the streets, but still, listen to me when I say.
We're happy we got to spend our last moments with you, Timmy Tim.
Yeah, exactly. But like I said, I think the women have too many personality conflicts to be over one another. You know, I think when you have a situation, and a lot of women who work with other women, shout out to Blue Cross Blue Shield. They experiences these things, and a lot of the problems between the women on the job aren't job related.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I see what
a
you're
lot
saying.
Of situations.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah, and so like I said, I think when it's a bunch of women, I think it's a little different as opposed to a woman being over some men.
Let me ask you this, and I'll ask Meek this question. Being a woman, I mean, obviously, I couldn't have the job that I have right now 20 years ago. It wouldn't have happened.
Correct.
Do you think women feel they have more to prove?
I do feel in some instances women tend to they're working harder these days. Again, like last show, we're not living in the glass ceiling anymore.
Yeah.
So I think to a certain extent they're trying to prove themselves. In my case, I try to prove myself to make myself better. I make my goals more, you know, I extend them out and then I try to reach them. So I think women are sometimes put in certain positions that they have to go out and do it.
Maybe it can make it a little harder?
I think so. I think that it makes things a little harder, but I think that at the end of the day, it's very rewarding.
Okay.
I also believe that women might bring their problems from home to work a lot more than men do. And again, the logic is.
I have to disagree on that.
The logic is.
on that.
If
Okay.
a woman's not happy, nobody's happy.
I think that only applies at home.
I agree with you.
Oh, but so y'all acknowledge that at home?
Because again, the woman, you know, she's trying to get that leadership role. She's trying to be the next manager. She's trying to be the next, you know, the #1 TV talk show host or the anchor. She's trying to be the #1. So we tend to strive hard. We research, you know, like I'm always researching our topics. That's why you're always losing. So.
You mean those notes you threw back there?
What notes?
Okay.
So, you know what?
Not shame. We're running out of time for this topic, but it's a really interesting topic. We could talk about this for
I think we
a
should have a part 2.
Yeah.
I think we
Yes,
should
we
have a
could.
part 2.
We could.
Well, at least we know who won't be a manager.
Really?
Still to come.
Not over a bunch of women.
They would eat you alive.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.